are you? I'm looking at my view screen, like kind of like the little view screen right now, and I look a little yellow. I'm sorry for the half-naked child that's about to appear. Anyways, I look a little yellow. I'm going to try to tone that down when I edit it, but if I can't, I'm sorry. It is only like 6:30 at night here, but it started to get really dark. I just have the lights in the house and they're kind of yellow, and I've been thinking lately about getting a good light for vlogging, and I don't even know how to go about that. It's I've just recently kind of started even getting better at editing and all that, and so if you guys have a suggestion for a good vlogging light, then please leave it in the comments below or message me or whatever, I don't care. So as you can tell by the title, this is going to be for 8 and 9 weeks, well, 9 and 10 weeks pregnant. I left off at 8 weeks last time, and I genuinely was planning on vlogging every week, and I've just realized there's nothing exciting to say. And I kept up pretty well with my first 2 pregnancies. My first pregnancy was you know, my first pregnancy, and my second pregnancy was my first surrogate pregnancy, and is really exciting to share. Not that this is not exciting to share, but I just feel like you guys really don't want to see me a third time saying, "Hi guys, I'm pregnant, I'm 6 weeks pregnant and I have no symptoms. Okay, I'll see you next week. Hi guys, I'm 7 weeks pregnant and I have no symptoms," you know. So, I don't know, I think for the next little bit I'm probably going to do bi-weekly, not bi-weekly, is it bi-monthly? No. Crud, what is the word? I'm such a loser. Like every 2 weeks I'm going to, Cody, hold on. Like every 2 weeks I'm gonna do a video for now until things get a little more exciting. Honestly, I could probably push it to a month, but I don't know what other videos to do really. So, like I said, it's for 9 and 10 weeks. I turn 11 weeks tomorrow, and I think I'm gonna do it a little differently than last time as far as when the day I turned 20 weeks, I would record my 20-week vlog. But then you're kind of like updating on week 19, right? Because you haven't experienced week 20 yet. So I think I'm gonna go kind of, you guys will be about a week behind me. So like this is going to be week 9 and 10, even though tomorrow, when you're probably seeing this, I'm on week 11. So anyways, today is the 5th of November, and the 10th of November is my first OB appointment, which seems, I mean, it's obviously only 5 days away, but it still is blowing my mind that I'm not seeing a doctor until I'm like almost 12 weeks pregnant. It's just never been this case before, and my agency, and it being twins last time, I'd had like 3 ultrasounds by this point, and yeah, and I'd seen my doctor once and was about to see him twice. For the next video on week 11 and 12, I'll fill you in on what happens at the doctor visit. Yeah, so pregnancy wise, nothing has happened. No doctor's appointments, obviously, no nothing, no. So I have a couple symptoms, I guess, I'll talk about, and the first one is the most annoying one, and it's my hair. 3 to 4 months postpartum, each pregnancy, even the miscarriage, which was like blew my mind, I shed my hair, which is normal. A lot of people go through that. You know, you have all your like vitamins from the prenatals, and you have all like the hormones and everything, and it's vamping up your hair, and you get thick hair, which I love my pregnancy hair. I love it. It's usually why I get it cut while I'm pregnant, other than also just always feeling like I have to change something when I'm pregnant. But it's one of the reasons I get it cut, because I like that I can style it better, and my hair is really, really like, I don't know, like, it just doesn't like to do very much. Curls fall out of it. I've tried pretty much everything. I've tried products and no products and 800 different kinds of curling techniques, and it just doesn't work. like a half hour later my hair is flat and you can't tell I did anything to it. And so I keep it very simple. I have a very simple line, but you'll notice I go shorter because when I'm pregnant, I usually have. I'm not going to this time. I'm actually planning on growing it out and donating it to Locks of Love. But that aside, this pregnancy, not happening. I don't have great, wonderful hair. I'm shedding. I've been shedding since probably around 5 weeks, and I thought maybe it was just some weird effect to the drugs, but I'm off the drugs now, and there's, that sounds so bad. I'm clean, I'm off the drugs. No, you know what I mean? And it's still shedding, and I just don't like it. Like, I can go through my hair at pretty much any point, oh, there's a tangle in there, at point in the day, and just come off with like 3, 4, 5 strands. And it's worse when I shower. Like every time I shower, I'm afraid, really, like I'm afraid to shower because I just get like tons of hair, and then when I'm drying it or brushing it out, I get tons more hair, and I hate it. And I was looking online, and they're like, some people are just really unfortunate, and when you get pregnant, your hair somehow gets stuck in the shedding phase, because your hair kind of goes through like a growth phase and a shedding phase, and you just get stuck in the shedding phase, and it might continue in that phase the whole pregnancy. I googled, which of course, you shouldn't do that. I know I shouldn't do that, but I do anyways. I think everybody does. Dr. Google, you know, and of course I saw like horror stories where someone was like having to wear hats and scarves all the time because they had bald spots from this happening. I'm like, oh my gosh, my hair's not that great to begin with. I can't have no hair. So yeah, and then the other thing I was reading is that too much vitamin A, 1, isn't really good for a pregnancy, but 2, can cause the hair shedding. And I have found a prenatal that I like, as far as it doesn't make me puke. But of course it has, the gummy prenatals seem to have more vitamin A. At least the ones I've found seem to have more vitamin A than the regular ones. I don't know what that's about. I'm not really sure if it's something that they have to do or what. I'm not, you know, I don't understand all that, but so it has a little bit more vitamin A than the prenatals I was taking. And I'm like, well, what do? I have to take a prenatal of some sort. The other ones that have less vitamin A that maybe might control my hair loss make me sick, and the ones that don't make me sick are making my hair fall out. I don't, you know, so I guess I'm just if I slowly go bald, I hope you'll still watch me. So today I had a little interview. I say it like that because I put in an application to volunteer, and you know, they wanted to kind of like weed out the ones that aren't serious and that, so they kind of have you do like an interview, but I mean it's pretty casual in comparison to a regular interview. And I mean, you'll see that when I show you. I'm going to show you my bump. And I'm wearing the same thing I went to the interview in. It's jeans and a shirt, so clearly it's not very, you know, formal, but anyways, it's at the local humane center, and they gave me a couple of choices actually. They're like, you can work kind of wherever you want. I asked specifically not to work with the cats, not because I hate cats, but because they're not really supposed to be around litter boxes and cat feces and all that when you're pregnant. So I asked, and also as in my contract I can't, so it's not like I could be like, well, I think it'll be okay, but I mean, I just cannot. So I asked them not to be near the cats, but they have 3 other sort of areas that you could be in. You could either do the front desk, you could do the clinic, or the dog, and I said I'd do any of those really. If you've followed me very long, you know that my skill set is more the front desk area. I worked at a hospital in like a front desk situation, and I've worked at like a magazine doing like front desk stuff, and so my skill set is definitely more in there. But me personally, I just really like the idea of working in the clinic, and if not, then with the dogs, because I love dogs. Pretty much any dog I love, except for little dachshunds because they're evil, but no. And so, you know, I told them my preference, and, you know, she was very nice. She was like, well, you mentioned you were pregnant, which I wanted to kind of disclose it up front because I didn't want it to be an issue. You know, if they're like, she can't do this, she's going to be 9 months pregnant, you know, like, I just wanted to be upfront. So I told them I was pregnant, and they're like, you mentioned you were pregnant, do you think you'll be able to handle being in the clinic, because you might see blood, and how about needles, are you okay with needles? And I was like, ha 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 ha, let me tell you about needles. And so I was just like, I just spent like 12 weeks giving myself shots in the back, so I'm okay with needles, and the pregnancy hasn't been affected by it. So I don't know, it was really relaxed interview, and we ended up deciding to go ahead and put me in the clinic, which is where I wanted. I was really excited to work on the surgery days, which I know that sounds really weird, but that's just, it's not something that would bother me, and I just feel like I could help, you know. But of course the surgery days are on the 2 days that I can't come. I'm like, any time of the week is fine except these 2 days, because my husband's college schedule is kind of like half in the morning, half in the afternoon, so I'd be like really crammed, like I can only work these 2 hours, I can't work late, I can't work early, just these 2 hours, or you could work me late when everything's done. So I was like, these 2 days I can't really work, but any other day. And she's like, well, the two main clinic and surgery days are Tuesday and Thursday, and I'm like, super. So I'm thinking she's gonna tell me not, you know, I can't work clinic, and then she's like, but the clinic does other things, you know, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and she gave me the option of working Monday and Friday. I went with Monday and Friday, and it's just like 2 to 3 hours each day. It's enough to get me out of the house, and I don't know, I think I'll enjoy it. But anyways, I'll get to help with microchipping and vaccinations and like giving medicines and stuff. So. And then the other thing is that they hire out of their volunteer pool, and so after this pregnancy is done, if we decide to stay where we are, I have a chance of getting, you know, a job there and already being familiar with everybody. So I don't know, it's a plus side every way around. But anyways, I guess that's pretty much it. I'm going to take a picture, and I'm gonna try to include it in the end of this somewhere. I saved all of my needles, which that sounds kind of creepy when you think about it, but I saved all of my needles, sort of unintentionally at first, because they gave me the very initial sharps container that you saw, but they never sent me any more. And just like the hospital person in me still is like, don't throw them in the regular trash, you know, and I just kept thinking they'd send me some, and they never sent me any more. And so I was just like throwing them in this box that one of the med things came in, and I was thinking about it one day, and I was like, granted I still have to figure out what to do with him, but I was like, I kind of want to take a picture of all these so people can see exactly how many shots I had to give myself through this whole thing. So anyways, I'm gonna include a picture in that, or maybe a little video clip, I'm not sure, but I'm gonna show you my belly really quick and get to editing this because I know it's gonna be way long. So bye. Okay, so this is from the side, so I'm having to kind of stand up a little bit on my tippy toes so you can see the actual pump. It is more hard down here, you know, more feels like a baby belly down here. This is more like muscle, well, muscle. And then from the front you can't really tell anything, but anyways, I was kind of looking around, and sorry, this is a horrible angle, I know. I was kind of looking around, and they were saying that with each pregnancy and all that, your upper muscles sort of like relax quicker, so you have more of like the little bump that starts kind of higher rather than just the little tiny low one. I'm not taking as many pictures as I did last time. Well, the last 2 times I took them pretty much every week. And this time I just decided to kind of chill out for the first little bit and take them every like 4 weeks.